Welcome to Bunhae Wednesdays. In this edition, we're looking at two of the Pyeong forms, namely Pyeong and Pyeong. When I learned these forms, again as an orange belt, a green belt, there is a sequence in both forms where there's a low block and a middle chop. And I always did those moves thinking that it is over the arm and under the arm. Years later, I realized that in karate and other systems that they mostly just do a low block without the middle chop. So I started to ask myself, why do Tang Soo Do have the middle chop and the other styles don't? I don't know the answer, so please feel free to put it in comments, discussion, love to hear from you. But I have theorized why it would be there. So what I've done is a bunch of examples where you can go over the problem or under the problem. First of all, to show it very clearly, we do it from a grab. Someone grabs your wrist, you do a low block to release, but you could also do an in-to-out knife to release. Someone has their guard up. You could take them down by moving through them and going over to take them down, or you could also come under and sweep them up. If they go to punch you, you could clear down or clear up. In the form Pyeong, the sequence is you do a low block, back fist, and then turn. This could be a takedown with the low block, or it could be a takedown with the in-to-out. In Pyeong, where you have the low block and center chop, I have always seen this as blocking and catching two kinds of kicks. The low block being better for the snap kick or football kick if it was an untrained person, and the way you bring your arm out into the knife is how you catch it. And then the roundhouse would be you move and you wrap over the arm and then come under and catch in a similar way. You could also add the high block in to a lot of these moves once you've done the low block or knife hand, either straight forward as in Pyeong or at an angle like in Pyeong. This move could also be done from a grab or as someone blitzes you with punches. And all we've compiled is examples of where these moves could be either or in a situation depending where your arms are and depending on your circumstance with your opponent. Thank you for watching this little video on the technique, adding the Chundan Suramaki, the middle knife hand block. Again, any further insight into this would be great. But again, as martial arts, it's always fun to explore these topics, and I hope that some of these applications help you in your training. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Tang Soo.